That's his game. They don't get back. He was look at the steal. Here's the steal. 3-on-1. Alley-oop. Oh my goodness. Marques Maybin. And you certainly are in love with him here in Louisville. Marques in the open floor. Hops incredible. Here comes Maybin off the steal. Oh my goodness.
Get up, get up, get up, get up. Let's get ready for Marques Maybin. You're about midway to the midday with Marques Maybin. And you can call in, I lay back and just listen to Marques Maybin. So sit back and relax and watch Maybin.
Break it down like this.
Woo!
Broadcasting live from the OPC Pest Services studio.
Steve on his way.
Time for Middays with Marques Maybin on 93.9 The Ville. Now, here's Marques Maybin and Steve Rummage.
Welcome back. Welcome back. It's Middays with Marques Maybin. 8150 93.9 is the number. 93.9 is the station. And people, I gotta warn you, I'm a little anxious about something I'm going to have to, the truth that I'm going to have to spit to you today. It has me a little off balance. I'm a little nervous about it, but it's something that must be done. We're going to have a little bit of a competition with our former quarterbacks. We're going to have a little bit of debate. We might go people's court on it. I'm not sure just yet, but I think we're going to have a lot of fun. I'll assume this is going to be right. Steve Rummage is on his way. He's in the booth.
They want the boot.
Well, do your best Steve Rummage impersonation, Nikki.
I can't do it. Steve's one of a kind.
You
man.
couldn't do it on the fly?
No. I will say something though, and I want to publicly apologize.
I'm listening.
On behalf of my better half.
Oh, I'm listening.
We might have run into one Rummage, the lovely Rummage family, at a certain watering hole in the city.
Okay.
Out in Steve's
out in the town, yeah.
Yeah, Steve's new stomping grounds,
right,
over on the east end. The missus got a nice new job, so I tried to take her out for a nice cocktail and some grub.
Right.
And Steve popped behind me, said hello, and I was like, "Steve, what's up, man?" Dapped and everything like that. And I was like, "Jeanette, Steve?" And she was like, "Who?" And I was like,
"Oh no,
babe, come on."
Oh no.
And so you just saw the air go out of Steve, and he's like, "It's okay. I needed that. Sometimes you need to be humbled a little bit."
Oh no.
And I was like, Rummage. And she was like, don't you do a show with him? No. I was like, yes, a Maybin and Rummage.
But it took too long.
And she was like, oh yeah, like nice to meet you. And Steve was like, we met during gas bag. Good to see you again. Jen was like, yeah. And so, then she felt really bad, but Steve laughed it off, being the classy gentleman.
Of course.
Said hello. He has very soft hands, by the way. I didn't realize how I gave him like 4 high fives. 2 of them were, one was a greeting, the other one was I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Then the third one was like see it, and then I wanted to get one more goodbye, because he's got great mitts. Great mitts.
He actually does. Like I said, and here's the thing. I almost wanted to make a joke like, boy, you ain't never done nothing with hands that soft, right? But I was like, Marques, that would be raw hating if you just you don't even make a kidding joke about how soft that man's hands is.
That's a man who just moisturizes.
Right. Often. But like I said, I did see I had a missed call from him kind of recently. So like I said, I assume he's just.
So Jeanette was upset about it. She was like, what should I say? It's
over. The moment's passed.
I know. I said, well, you should go up to him and say, Mr. Strebel, it was very nice to meet you. And so she did on the way out, and Rummage, who I want to give another shout out to, was eating a salad, staying true to his diet.
True to the form.
Yeah. So and he laughed that off as well. So
good job.
So Steve,
but still the moment
classy as hell. Jeanette feels like crap, but I told her that she should just call in and call him a different Louisville media personality each time. Marques, good to hear from you. How's Nick Coffey, your co-host? Just do just all kinds of just have it be an ongoing bit. But
just from now on.
From now on, but at
No,
the same
'cause-
time, I'm afraid that
Yeah.
she'll actually forget who he really
But
is.
the one time he won't be in the mood, though. That's what you worry about.
Yeah,
The
exactly.
one time he'll be like, I want some respect around here.
yeah, exactly. So no, he played it off great and everything, but Jeanette did feel bad. She's like, "Oh, I think I remember him."
So
you know what? The last time she saw him, he was wearing glasses. So I think maybe
is that
I'm
the
trying to
best you
give
can
her.
come
I'm
up
trying
with?
to give her an out, but I don't think it's gonna. work.
Last time Nikki V's better half saw Steve, he had on glasses,
Oh,
and that's the justification.
That's
for
not.
not remembering ever meeting that guy.
I forgot there was an extra caveat.
And you must not talk about us ever.
I
in the
do
whole
all
life.
the time.
You must.
That was the thing. I was like,
she-
now you're making me look
She
bad.
still thinks you were working with God knows what.
She is so blissfully ignorant to sports and what we do here. I think she still thinks like I work at Spectrum. And then two things happen.
You work the Spectrum.
No.
Oh.
No, but I'm saying like that leads me to two other things. Steve, how you doing, buddy?
I'm good. Yeah. Thanks for I'm glad that sorry, it's been a wild morning. I had to go get my tires done and all this good stuff. So,
It's been a bad week for tires in the station.
Yeah,
Daddy had to get tires.
I know.
Yeah,
well, it's just time. So anyways, I'm here. Yeah. And I kind of heard what you were saying. So yeah, it was hurtful. It was embarrassing. It was
Humbling.
humbling. Yeah. It was very, very much so.
Then two other things happened. One, Steve looking great in his 3-stripe drip.
Yeah.
He was wearing an ESPN 680 hat, and the ESPN 680 hat happens to be swoosh brand. So
Yes.
Jeanette complimented. He's like, "Ooh, I like how you have like one brand on your head, and then the other." Like it would have been a perfect chirp if she meant it that way, but she genuinely meant it as a compliment.
Wait a minute.
So then she kind of
Wait a
really
minute.
insulted Steve.
Wait a minute. What?
Yeah.
What was he? What did he have on?
He had the good Adidas swag on, a good Adidas drip. Except he like grabbed the ESPN 680 hats, which are fine. They just happen to be this one. This batch has to be swoosh brand.
He's out here in the Cat West brand.
Yeah.
Not his fault. That was the 680 batch we got.
Listen,
I'm gonna fall on the sword for you.
Yeah.
Nikki, this is not your fight, bro.
I know.
Just step back and let this one happen.
So Jeanette points that out after not recognizing who Steve is. Steve goes and sits down, and she goes, "Didn't you do another midday show at some point?" And I was like, "Yeah, with Locke." And she's like, "Oh, Lachlan McLean? I know who that is." and at that point, I threw my fork down, and I was like, "We're going Dutch on this bill." I was like, that one pissed off.
Well, we'll readjust what Steve chose to wear out in public.
Listen,
We'll talk about that later.
I'm just trying to get some money. Because you ain't getting it over here.
Feel that, buddy.
Yeah.
Oh, so I can say this the right way. We can get a clean restart on it. Steve Rummage in the building, Nikki V in the booth.
I'm in the building, and as you can tell, happy 50th anniversary to Walt Disney World. So I'm rocking my Mickey Mouse and my Mickey Mouse shirt.
I didn't know that, but wow. Wow, Mark.
And my Mickey Mouse hat. So yeah, I'm celebrating today. So that's fun.
Okay, so here's what I want to do. This is the thing. I've been sitting on this idea, Steve, and it might shake up my reputation. I already shook it up a little bit when I gave out grades last time. I kind of my reputation on being one of the harsher graders took a hit.
Okay.
You do remember that?
Yeah.
The other day.
Absolutely.
So Steve, I want to talk to you about this Wake Forest game.
Okay. I'm listening.
I'm getting excited about it.
All right.
Steve, that was an excellent call you made on uniform choice.
Oh, I know.
And I
Yeah.
enjoyed the confidence you had
Yeah.
in just saying, listen, I don't know everything about everything,
Yeah.
but I know football coaches.
Yeah.
And there is not one chance in the universe
Right.
that man would dare. Like, I don't care what the people want on this one.
Yeah.
This is when I'll double, triple down on no, I'm wearing what I need to wear.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I enjoyed that confidence.
Uh-huh.
I went back and I watched that game
From 2 years ago?
from 2 years ago.
Okay.
I enjoyed listening to the names. I enjoyed, watching the players. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed watching the replay of the game.
Yeah, absolutely.
I went to last year's game.
Yeah.
I watched it all.
Yeah.
I enjoyed watching it. I was
I
sitting,
get it.
I was watching football.
Sure.
Just like not remembering what play was next. I was just watching two teams try to figure each other out.
Right.
Then something hit me, everybody. And I want to know, is this the fair? Like I said, this is something I never, ever do. But I want your response or your opinion on this one before we can even get into the, into the meat and potatoes of the excitement of this game. Steve, when that last play happened, when I looked at my last bit of Wake Forest Louisville, and when I was done and the YouTube channel was shut off, this was the epiphany. This is going to be the first game in the Scott Satterfield era, the coach Scott Satterfield era, that I'm going to watch this game and I'm going to blame the players.
Okay.
I'm going to blame the players if they win.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to blame the players if they lose.
Fair enough.
I watched our coaching staff game plan
Yeah.
2 games against Wake Forest.
Yeah.
You remember I used to, when Lamar Jackson was the quarterback.
Yeah.
And it was, he's, blah, blah, blah. And there's no way Louisville can do this and do that and all that good stuff. And I remember saying, hey, y'all, Bobby Petrino can draw up a wide open wide receiver.
Oh, absolutely.
And if y'all don't think Bobby Petrino, if he's a piece of crap, if you hate him, if whatever you say about him,
Yeah.
he can draw up a play and have guys going this direction and that direction and that direction, where we know there's going to be at least one person,
Sure.
either linebacker level, short drag level, or deep crosser level,
Yeah.
is going to be open.
Absolutely.
And if Lamar Jackson or Reggie Bonifant or what's my Lexington kid?
Kyle Bowler.
Kyle Bolin, if they get that football
Yeah.
to that receiver and he drops it, shut your mouth about Bobby Petrino. As a matter of fact, don't shut your mouth. Speak up and acknowledge how awesome of a play
Yeah.
concept that was.
Yeah.
And he could do it over and over again. And I've always seen this lust to say the foot bone's connected to the ankle bone and the ankle bone into the shin bone to Bobby Petrino.
That's what. See, it's funny you say that because I'm about to say, but you always got the lazy. Well, it all falls on the head coach. Okay.
I've watched 3 and outs
Yeah.
of 3 dropped balls or 2 dropped passes and one guy misses an assignment on a screen
Yeah.
where their coaching could not have been. The play calling was exquisite.
Yeah.
I've gotten to the team and said, "Oh, the screen is there. The screen
Yeah.
is there."
Yeah.
Linemen running
Sure.
in, they have no idea. One lineman gets out there, and it's your quick lineman.
Yeah.
The right line guy is out in space to get to the right linebacker,
Perfectly drawn up.
drawn up, and somebody shoots through. Your guy misses his assignment. The running back gets tackled. Oh, why is he running all this short crap? Why is it going deep?
Yeah.
Because we lead the nation in drops right now.
I know.
Well, it's his fault. He should have better receivers. Yeah, I'm sorry. That receiver chose Louisville over Miami and Florida, runs a 4.3, and he's 6'3".
Yeah.
Well, then Bobby Petrino hired the wrong wide receiver coach because you're not developing the wide receivers.
Yeah.
Is that what you do with like start sending every parent of every child that commits a crime under 18 to jail?
Right.
Every single time.
Yeah.
Good parent. Go straight to the house.
Yep.
We caught your kid doing this.
It's gotta be something you taught him.
Yep. Lock him up.
Yeah.
Every single time.
Right.
And that fan dies in my eyes today.
Sure.
Like he disappears. He dies a bad word. He doesn't exist anymore in my brain. You know what I'm saying? If I get the sniff of you trying to shin bone, knee bone, hip bone, head coach bone. Right?
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Yeah. Today is the day though that I decided, no, I have a coach that can draw up how to stop Wake Forest. That's the one thing that I decided I know.
Yeah.
Because we don't ever know anything. You know, there's always a million factors and go right and can go wrong. And, and like you said, the chess match that is always,
I mean, the football chess match between, like Brian Brown. I mean, he's an excellent defensive coordinator, man. And
he has to play chess because of his talent level.
Sure.
Okay. When he gets more of his players or a higher grade level of talent, on his line, he can leave less up to gamble, less up to risky chess moves.
Well, yeah, it's like I was going to say the game, Florida State, their first touchdown. I mean, that was a chess move by Brian Brown that Florida State just called, and it was like, that's a perfect play call. Like, because you brought the house there, and they went right outside. There was nobody there to help. It's like, so I mean, you live with that. It's like, whatever, man.
Look, I mean, ironically, I was watching Sports Center last night. I was, or I don't know if it was Sports Center, maybe it was, but I enjoyed listening to the commentator and his compliment of, they called the blitz and Puma pass. They called the perfect draw play. Extra guy, pick up your blitz, draw. Yeah. Nobody's in the field. Puma pass runs about 50-yard touchdown.
I know. Yeah, he had a good game last night.
But just listen to them explain. Hey, perfect play call against a perfect defense.
Yeah.
But you have, like I said, you have to take those gambles depending on your talent level, your development level. So, but for a full game, and I want to tell you why I'm doing it. This is not just the coach's game plan, but that's a big part of it. The coach's game plan. I've seen it schemed. I've seen it ran with multiple different people.
Sure.
I've watched that with my own two eyes. Play by play, strategy by strategy. Watched it.
Yeah.
I have confidence in Satterfield against Wake Forest. I have confidence in Brown against Wake Forest. Okay. The next reason that I want to drive home that I say this is going to be on the players.
Yeah.
Is because I know you and I know this. We are trophy hunters. Louisville fan base is still trophy hunters.
Sure.
I want that name. I don't care that Florida State's owing whatever.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
You look at Virginia. You look at Virginia and Miami. Virginia still won that trophy Miami game. You know what I'm saying? Listen, and we're bad about it.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
University of Louisville is bad about names.
Sure.
Media will analytic you to death and say, oh, you shouldn't be hype about that. That Oklahoma team is only 7-8 and it's
yeah.
I want a piece of Oklahoma.
Sure, absolutely.
Any bowl game. Well, Boise State is actually ranked 7 spots higher than Tennessee.
Yeah.
You better give me Tennessee.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
absolutely.
Yeah. It's nothing more disappointing than Louisville getting matched up against the high-ranked, no-name team in a bowl game.
Yeah.
That's a take thy beak from out of thy heart.
I know. That's why nobody ever wants to say it, but that Orange Bowl it was like you never would say it was a letdown because I mean it was our first BCS bowl, well, Fiesta Bowl back in the day, but I mean that wasn't BCS at the time. But it's like, you know, it was our first time we won the conference. You're like, and it was a little deflating to get Wake Forest.
Right. Out of respect for our players, we keep that comment to ourselves.
Sure.
But you want these bowl games so you can get a shot. Like I said, well, you're supposed to be Louisville. And you don't listen. No, our DNA is still our DNA.
Yeah, you wanted Louisville, Miami, Louisville, Florida State.
Yeah.
Well, actually, we had already beat Miami that year, but
you get my point.
Yeah.
Like those games, bowl games, Louisville's only. That's like they're still there in their championship pedigree. Their breed says we need to hunt down all the big names because I need pictures in my football office of all our games, my running back running over their guy in the end zone. That's the trophy pictures that I want, not Boise and Wake.
Yeah.
Sorry. With that being said, these players, generation to generation to generation, you get different cultures, but there's a connection between even if it happens through osmosis, just the internet, just being in this environment, these players start to realize too, it's the names. They hear the chatter. The chatter is no, we need that name. The disappointment level, versus when we lose. Okay, when Louisville gets upset by a team that's not a big name.
Yeah.
Everybody's mad.
Right.
But when Louisville gets a chance at Mississippi and gets whooped, it's a different kind of mad. Young fellas.
Sure.
So they're kind of like, well, damn, I thought they'd be madder about our loss to, so-and-so than our loss to Mississippi.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, it's like that's a squandered opportunity, man.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's in the bloodline.
Yeah.
And it takes, like I said, it takes a couple losses. It takes kids being on the internet. It takes kids being in the community a little bit. It takes the girlfriend's dad. When you go see your girlfriend who's from here and you meet the dad and the dad's like, son.
Right.
You want me to date my daughter?
Yeah, no, absolutely.
That Mississippi thing don't fly, right?
Yeah.
And
Sure.
like I said, respectfully, but I'm just coming up with all the different ways you learn about the culture of Louisville. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
About what people are into. That's the same culture that had them ready to play at Florida State. These kids, along with a lot of them being from Florida.
Yeah.
Along with all those Southern ties or whatever.
Sure.
There's still a culture of Florida State, still Florida State. I don't care if they're 0-3 and we need to go down there and win.
Yeah.
And it's going to take a motivated, desperate attitude. Like I said, like when I talk about the way Jalen plays, what I'm saying? The one thing he plays desperate all the time.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? So Louisville came to Florida State with a desperate energy, right? They took the fight to Florida State.
Yeah.
Fact. You're telling me I have a game against Wake Forest, who is ranked.
Yeah.
You're looking for respect. They are ranked. I know that I have a coaching staff that has outcoached, in my opinion, without debate, in my opinion, actually, a coaching staff, both offense and defense. I've had a backup quarterback come in there and shoot him up. We ran the ball. We threw the ball. You know what I'm saying? We found the open reach. 100%. Like, why would I not have confidence in? I saw what you can do on the road. Like my players, you're not shaking up by going on the road.
No.
You're going to have.
This is going to be a sellout.
I can tolerate that.
Yeah.
Yep. Listen, you're going to have good Winston-Salem daytime conditions.
Yeah.
So there's not going to be any super, weather distractions. Like I said, if you can't handle the 30,000 Wake Forest crowd, it's a you problem, young man.
Yeah.
You know, that means you're not focusing on what
It's going to be beautiful.
Yeah, right.
Tomorrow at noon is
I mean, it's Winston-Salem. It's
about 75 and sunny.
It's rarely anything.
Yeah,
but
it's going to be perfect. Yeah.
Right. So all these factors I have listed, Steve, I say you lose this game is because y'all let some other football players want something more than you and take it from you.
Yeah.
The reason they're ranked is because they want to win at football better than you.
Yeah. No, I agree. I think this weekend, that's a great point you made too.
It's the first time I ever did this, though. This is the first time I ever this is on the kids.
Well, and after watching what Coach Brown has done against Wake, what Coach Satterfield's done against Wake, it's like, I tend to agree, man, that I feel like the scheme will be there to win. I think that this is one that you guys got to go out and win. So I don't think you're going to see a lot of pointing fingers at the staff after this game, regardless, one way or the other. I think the players should get some credit here, man.
Right.
Because, I mean,
and good. Thank you for saying that and stopping me. Because as much as I'm saying blame, I do mean blame in a good way too.
Yeah.
Because it takes maturity to win back-to-back road games.
Yeah.
In hostile environments.
Absolutely.
When I pointed out from last game, the kid who slammed Watkins in the end zone, I did go back and watch that again too.
Mm-hmm.
There's no way I wouldn't have tried to get, like I said, you screwed up my moment.
Yeah.
Dude, I have to do something to you. And I just scored a touchdown. I don't think that's the equivalent to hanging on the rim when you dunk on somebody. It's like a coach can put up with this one.
Yeah.
I know I'm going to get a technical foul. Coach, let me be great.
Which, by the way, I before, because I know somebody probably rolled their eyes when you said back-to-back hostile environments. Florida State had 50,000 people there last week. Wake Forest only 31,000.
No, that's why I said 30,000 in Wake. Yeah, 50,000 people. Yeah, anybody who says that has never had 50,000 people boo them. You know what I'm saying? Or 10,000 people boo them.
Right.
Right. Yeah, a high school on the road where you're the man is hard to play in.
Go to Bullitt East or go to North Bullitt after you might have been chatting with one of the females there. Your girlfriend at Bullitt Central during a regional or during a district game. Well, they allegedly will chant yours and hers name while your
just like I said,
girlfriend is cheerleading.
But you have to be y'all hating.
That was brutal. Yeah, I was like, y'all. I would have went dirty, dude.
I would have went up and said,
I was on the free throw line
y'all
too.
A bunch of haters.
That was dirty, man. Yeah, it was just, and then a Steve and Tara chant breaks out. I'm on the free throw line. I'm like, and then my buddy, who's supposed to be my friend and my teammate, looks up and he just gives me like this crappiest grin. And I'm just like, this is not funny right now.
Right?
Yeah, this is actually terrible.
DX shop.
I know. Yeah. I was like, God bless, man.
Like, hey, that's not nice, guys.
County games just get ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like, are y'all? Come on, man.
Yeah. Point being, 50,000 at Florida State.
Man, you can imagine
when they especially when they were back in it.
Yeah,
they're rocking.
Yeah,
like I said, we talk about all the time. Even at Louisville, like you take 15 less thousand for that group to be into it.
I was at UCF with 38,000. And I guarantee you, UCF fans left there and was like, God, we were in a buzzsaw. Place was nuts.
Right?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
So nuts.
Yeah. Yeah. And what we're talking about is reality.
Yeah.
This is not analytics.
Sure.
Yeah. Well, technically, it's only 62% filled, and the sound decibel volume should
right.
be. No. Because their volume gets higher.
Yeah.
When you're just screaming and then game. So, point being, and Florida State is a hostile environment. Period.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That environment, Wake Forest environment.
Yeah.
You go down there, you don't say, you go expect to win because your coaches draw a game plan. You commit to your sacrifices and your positions. And you sat up and watched Virginia, Miami all last night. Young fellas, Those you think those football players, those University of Louisville football players weren't watching Miami come back against Virginia and look at the Virginia quarterback and start kind of thinking about that matchup because they want to get back home too.
Yeah.
They can't wait to get back home. And meanwhile, Virginia's going to have an extra 2 days. Get ready for Louisville.
Sure.
Talk about that next week.
Yeah.
But it's going to take maturity out of these players to go down at 12 o'clock, be up, be ready to play, be ready to go take a win. It's full, and commit to the game plan.
Yeah.
So, yeah, like overall big picture, players, you have a chance to win us the same way the coaches are.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
no, absolutely.
Like Malik, we talked about it. Malik has an opportunity to go down there and play some good quarterback play.
Yeah.
And just so now we say, now we don't mind when Malik, because here's another situation that Malik is going through. We're starting to get into the window of Malik's numbers and how we feel about his numbers.
Mm-hmm.
Because now we're going to start putting his name up by Teddy's and Lamar's and Brahms and Redmonds and
sure.
And it's going to be a time for us to decide, is he in this room?
Yeah, because his numbers, he is.
Yep.
He's going to be.
Yep.
Yeah. He's going to be in the room with all those guys.
But now is where the door's open.
Yeah.
Are you going to wipe off your feet and be a gentleman and come in this room? Mm-hmm. This window of game, Steve, might be the determination to where we say his name as QBU.
Yeah. You add him in.
Yeah.
Sure. He has a chance.
Yeah, because like I said, right now we're kind of on the fence. We've seen some impressive football. We've seen some. We tried to say it, a bad season of turnovers was kind of. Listen, the commentator from the game last year, couple times we sacked the quarterback, ball pops out, goes right to Wake Forest player. Wake Forest's first turnover last year was against us. Their first turnover the entire season was against us.
Now, to be fair, they played like 5 or 6 games.
Yeah.
So,
but still,
right.
One turnover in 5 games, one offensive turnover. That's impressive.
Yeah,
came against us, but the first time we knocked the ball out 10 yards ahead. Mm-hmm. It went right to their wide receiver. Yeah, he falls on it. Darn it. They say, hey, it's funny how the ball bounces sometimes. And they said, on Wake Forest, some of these years, man, you get all these bounces. Some of the years you get none of them.
Last year we got none.
Right. So Malik's eraser.
I forget I have these.
Malik's eraser size is really big right now. You know what I'm saying? Like he's opened up so he can start scrubbing out the bad Malik history. Yeah, with some good, competent performance.
He doesn't have a signature win.
No.
And I don't know that Saturday can be it.
No, but he can have a stretch.
He can have a stretch.
A stretch turns into.
Yeah, because that's the one thing like Texter said on here. Texter say, you got to win big win on the road like Teddy and Lamar. But I would say just in general, like the big wins, the Florida State, the loss to Clemson was a moment for Lamar. Teddy, the Sugar Bowl, obviously We'll get into Teddy and Lamar later and what they did. But, like Malik really doesn't have that moment that you're like, I think that's the only thing he's really missing.
And a little consistency.
Oh, of course.
Yeah. So that's why I do
agree with that.
His moment could be a stretch. Like I said,
could be just a great finish to the year.
Yeah, right. Just that year, just Malik really just tore up the ACC.
Yeah.
We can laugh about ACC. No, if he steps up and handles right now, he's one of the better quarterbacks,
I mean, his numbers are good.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
He's playing well. I don't want to just say his numbers are good. I mean, he's because a lot of people just go off numbers, and it's like that's just those are the opinions that I really shut off quickly. When somebody's just like, well, this is what they rank, period. Done. That's all you can tell about it. Well, no, I've watched the games. Like, I don't,
Right.
Okay. I mean, you're going to say, well, the defense is ranked this. They've sucked. Well, no, I've watched the football games. They held, they played the number 1, the number 6 offense. They held UCF's quarterback under 200 yards for the first time in his career. They've stepped up and made big play after big play. Like, yeah, I don't care. Like, anything you say after that, I'm like, okay.
I tell you what, we're rolling along. Let me take our first commercial break. Middays with Marques Maybin on 939 The Ville.
Louisville football looks for their 4th straight win tomorrow as the Cards travel to Wake Forest.
It's going to be Cunningham on the run, and he is in. Touchdown!
ESPN Louisville is your home for the most pre- and post-game coverage. Join Pat Jaggers and Taylor Lynch at 11 o'clock for the Miller Lite pregame show. Then directly following the game, it's the Miller Lite postgame show with Mark Ennis on all ESPN Louisville stations. If it's Louisville football, we talk about it here on ESPN Louisville.
Considering grad school? Spalding University offers 20 one-of-a-kind graduate programs and certificates to choose from. With online, on-campus, and hybrid options, our programs offer flexibility and convenience. Visit spalding.edu/graduate to get started.
Hey everyone, I'm Brandon Lang. When Matthew McConaughey plays you in a movie, as he did me in 2005's Two for the Money, you have to maintain a certain image. That's hard to do when you're going bald. I needed to do something, and it needed to be done fast. Parsley Waldman's Hair Center came to the rescue. Louisville and the Midwest Premier Hair Treatment Center not only gave me my hair back, but my self-confidence as well. Go to hairsurgery.com and find out how you can start your journey back to a full head of hair today. I can tell you firsthand, from the minute you walk in the door to the time you leave, you are treated as if you were in a 5-star hotel. And now that it's been a year since my surgery, I look back at pictures from a couple years ago. I don't even look like the same person. The procedure was an amazing success, and it has totally reframed my face. Go to hairsurgery.com and find out not only how affordable it is, but how you can get your hair back today. Visit hairsurgery.com. That's hairsurgery.com. And tell them Brandon Lang sent you.
Hey guys, Gronk here, calling a 30-second hair huddle. When it comes to tackling hair loss, Hims has you covered. From clinically proven regrowth treatments to thickening, shampoo, and conditioner. Just go to 4hims.com for a free consultation. Then a licensed medical provider can help you with your game plan. If prescribed, Hims ships directly to your door. Get your hair back in the game with Hims. Try today and get a 90-day money-back guarantee at 4hims.com.
Just go to 4hims.com/huddle. That's 4hims.com/HUDDLE. Restrictions apply. See website for full details and important safety information.
If you want the best selection of beer, wine, and spirits, go to Liquor Barn. Or better yet, have Liquor Barn bring it to you. Download the Liquor Barn app, visit their website, or just call and let Liquor Barn deliver whatever it is you need to stock the bar. And if it's your birthday month, make sure you visit their website for the Pappy Birthday promotion, where you can get a chance to purchase a bottle of Pappy Van Winkle. Liquor Barn is proud to be the presenting sponsor once again of Ravens football on ESPN Louisville. So whether you're getting ready for the Ravens or your favorite team, have Liquor Barn bring the party to you. Liquor Barn, where Kentuckians go to celebrate life.
Looking for a big diamond? Genesis Diamonds introduces our Elite Collection. These are large, rare diamonds in the top 1% of the world. 3 carat, 4 carat, 5 carat, up to 10 carat precious diamonds for the most discriminating buyers who appreciate quality. Genesis owners travel worldwide, tapping a vast network of diamond cutters, carefully hand-selecting each of these remarkable diamonds. We invite you to view this premium collection of GIA-certified diamonds, rounds, cushion cuts, emerald cuts, even fancy colored diamonds in size and quality never before seen here. And to showcase these exquisite stones, only Genesis has the finest handcrafted rings from all the world-class designers. If this is the year you're upgrading her original diamond, or you just want to go big for the first time, no need to travel to New York or Los Angeles or Antwerp. Genesis Diamonds' elite collection of large, precious diamonds is here in Louisville. Genesis Diamonds and pre-owned Rolexes, Shelbyville Road Plaza.
Now that sports have officially kicked off, there's only 4 things missing from your playbook. 4 pegs. Looking for great smoked wings? 4 pegs. Looking for juicy barbecue and award-winning chili? 4 pegs. If you're just looking for some cold crab, tap, can, or bottled beer? 4 pegs. And the best part about 4 pegs is it's right around the corner at 1053 Goss Avenue in Germantown. So you better get over there fast because the word is spreading. And while you're over there, be sure to ask about their food truck and other catering services.
This is Bob Valvano. As some of you know, I have stage 4 leukemia. Thanks to 2 new medications that are both less than 5 years old, my progress has been good and my prognosis is strong. Those medications only came about because of research funded from people like you. My late brother Jim said, I need your help. It may not save my life, but it may save someone you love. This research is doing just that. We created Kentuckiana Friends of V, a local 501c3 organization that works in close cooperation with the V Foundation to fund research and preventive initiatives locally, right here in the Kentuckiana area. Won't you consider helping us in that quest? Sign up for an event, volunteer, or just make a donation at kfov.org. You really do help save lives like mine. That's kfov.org.
Your home for Liquor Barn's coverage of Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens is right here on ESPN Louisville.
5 wide. Jackson wants to throw. Has time. Fires to the end zone. He's got a man. Touchdown, Ravens.
After a thrilling win over the Lions, the Ravens are back on the road Sunday to take on Teddy Bridgewater and the Broncos. Coverage of the Louisville quarterback showdown begins at 3:55 with kickoff at 4:25 on 93.9 The Ville. Live play-by-play of Lamar and the Ravens is presented by Liquor Barn, where Kentuckians go to celebrate life.
Welcome back. Welcome back. It's Middays with Marques Maybin, 8150. 93.9 is
this is for you.
93.9 is the station. I want to take a second to remind everybody. October 4th, Monday, Denny Crum Scholarship Foundation, Golf Scramble and Fundraiser. I will be having all the ways you can report or support the Denny Crum Scholarship Foundation. But make sure you follow me on all social media platforms if you want to be a part of that event. I'm sure you do. Is there anything you have in particular, Steve?
Well, first off, I'm really excited about that event. Not gonna lie, pretty pumped about that. Second, let me ask you a quick question, and we'll get back to sports. Is this was it a foul ball? I added an ex-girlfriend on Instagram.
You what?
Listen, and I initiated it. I added her. Is that fair?
You were helping Nick out.
Okay.
Yeah,
Nick,
that was faux outrage. I totally.
Yeah.
No, you should have let that play out.
No.
I know. I should. The theater of the mind. Sorry, my bad on that.
And she's an attractive woman.
Aw.
Any of the spouses of the people, like, yeah,
It's
like,
fair.
Yeah,
it's fair. Okay.
Yeah, like, we it's like add Matt Yates.
Well, yeah.
Dawn.
Well, yeah, but Guy is. It's like it's like look, I was like randomly just. It's like, oh, listen. I did tell Nick. All jokes aside, the funny thing is, I was like, hey, Nick, added a girl on Instagram, whatever. Here's the funny thing, though, is what I was telling him is the creepy thing is I've never seen her Instagram ever. We crossed paths last night, and it's on today.
Suggested.
This morning, it was suggested people to follow, and she was first.
Yeah, that is kind of creepy.
I know. I was like, that's kind of weird, man.
I was telling Steve, just based on the jokes that I say that my phone probably picks up, and certain.
At what point are we going to stop joking around about this?
Dude, it's terrifying, man. Like,
I mean, are we going to stop joking around about this?
That is frightening.
I mean, if the robots want to kill us, they could right now. I mean, they're just basically,
just your phone just turns into a little transformer at night. And
it just stabs you.
All right.
Steve, I thought.
And she's going to be mad she didn't remember me, too, after doing a little stalking of you two. And you two are great together. I mean, this is perfect. Yeah, it's a perfect fit.
Totally worth the hourly rate.
They are perfect fit together. But after seeing, I think she liked The Office. I saw a couple little Office.
She does like it.
Yeah, and then a Harry Potter thing, too.
She loves Harry Potter.
See, I'm like, she's going to regret not knowing who I was, because people that know me know that. I mean, I love those.
No, those are definitely two bell tie fastballs.
So you started off this relationship on a bad foot with Steve.
Yeah,
I was a little disappointed in her. I gotta be honest. She was mortified. She's like a major people pleaser. So like,
yeah, and it's like
felt like such a heel.
It's one of those things where if it was an event that you would have, like, she would have known that she ran into him, it's like you almost got to start giving her the, okay, babe, this is,
the cue, yeah.
No, the test.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna the activity quiz. This is the assignment sheet. Okay, you fill in the last name. Steve.
I'll
do the flashcards.
Yes,
I'll tell you what made it worse too is since we're just kind of finishing up on this really quick. She probably thought I was hitting on her across the room because she had looked that direction a couple times, and I kind of looked and was like, kind of like nodded. And then one time I even kind of pointed because I was like,
she didn't tell Nikki immediately.
No, because I was like, I think that's and she might not have been looking at me. I'm trying to get Nick in trouble, but I was like, that looks like Nick, and she looked as I was pointing at Nick, and I was like, I saw it was his nose.
It's fair.
Okay,
no, it's totally that's fair.
He's got an Italian.
I tell people that all the time.
nose.
They're like, "You're related to Jimmy B." I'm like, "Hold it a sec."
I know.
Point to the nose. They're like, "Oh!"
Yeah,
and I'm like,
listen,
"Yeah."
I don't mean that in a bad way. You got a nice nose.
We have
It's
a distinct
it was
Romanesque
distinct.
nose.
Yeah, it was distinct, and
It's
I
okay.
saw the side profile, and I was like, okay, that's Nick, because I didn't want to go up on somebody. Like,
Did you just give him a noogie?
yeah. I was like, who's that?
Yeah, you have to know for sure. Yeah, like I said, it's nothing worse.
Also, Nick, one last thing. Wife texted me this morning. You want to know what text I got?
Uh-oh.
I got the medicine ball tea from Starbucks. It's peach tea with mint tea and a splash of almond milk with stevia, and it's worked very well.
Oh, the medicine ball.
She did get the medicine ball.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. We were talking about how much more of a badass Charity is than us.
That's fair.
Just talking about what her typical day is and how Steve and I can't compare.
She kind of felt bad last night too. So you can tell Jeanette and you, afterwards, she was like, when y'all left, she was like, oh man, I'm just kind of out of it today. She's worked 4 straight. And then yesterday somebody got shot right outside her hospital. So she was on lockdown and the SWAT team was in there, because they're running in. This was actually over here in Louisville. They're running in to make sure nothing happened, or nobody's in there still. So she went straight from that to here. And then after y'all left, she goes, was I friendly? Was I not friendly?
Remarkably friendly,
Right.
especially for having just gone through that. That's what I was saying to Steve. I was like, how do we compare? It's like, he got shot in the face. I was literally holding his nose as we were bringing him to ICU. We're like, hey, we ran out of the Italian creamer in the back. And that is my jam. And I quite honestly, I couldn't get it together. After that. What the hell?
Listen, welcome to this circle of trust. Like those conversations, just she's different.
Texter says every time someone says I have a Hebrew nose, I correct them and say it's a Roman nose.
There you go.
I did hear you say Roman nose. I hadn't heard that before. But
Nick will be.
Jeanette's Jewish and I'm Roman, so our kid is gonna have it sniffer.
Wow.
I'm saying.
Yeah.
I mean.
Let's hope for a boy.
Dude, seriously. You can get away with it with a personality. But.
Nick will be questioned if anything happens to Steve now. I mean, that is kind of fair. If I were to just come up missing today, I mean, it's not anything to joke about, obviously. People have went through that horrific thing,
I mean,
but,
listen, the way people out here just taking random pictures when you just sitting eating and just crap like that, it's like,
I beg you. Come out to the restaurant I'm at and take a picture of me.
What's the old saying?
And tag me
Wish
while you're
another
still
truck
there.
of wood.
The wish creed.
Yeah, take a picture without me knowing. And then, look, some dude took a picture of Blankenbaker. Didn't even have enough,
balls
to tag him and didn't post the picture until 3 hours later. 3 hours later.
Let's be creative.
I know. Huevos.
I like huevos. Huevos is good.
Yeah. I'm like, dude.
That's not funny.
Yeah, it's not like that's not funny. That's not funny. Like that's a dude.
That's not funny.
And then you're gonna think, and here's the problem though, you're gonna think that's okay, and then you're gonna come out, you're gonna see Steve, Nick, and Marques out somewhere, and you're gonna take a picture of us, and you're gonna make a snarky remark, and but now you're gonna be a little braver, and you're gonna tag us, and then you're gonna get the crap kicked out of you, because then I'm gonna punch you in the face.
I'll ask for them, let me pose.
Yeah, I'll do a night in jail to slap you open hand.
Listen,
that's fine.
And then crossbody.
Listen,
yeah.
That dude who was taking pictures inside of my car at Kroger.
Yes.
Oh yeah, that was weird.
If that dude in that truck, because once he saw I was staying, he was staying.
Yeah.
If that dude in that truck would have been there and pointed that guy out, like it was to the point where I was like, yeah, man, my man, go ahead and get out of here. Don't worry about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna just wait because I want to see who he is. I'm just have some words with him. He like, you sure, buddy? Because I just this, it was as county as can be.
Yeah.
Like,
no, that's the creed, man.
His rights was violated.
Yeah.
That guy, listen, the guy who was sitting in his truck watching it, he felt more violated than I did. And he was like, hey man, if you don't want to let this go, don't let this go. Like we're gonna we're gonna clean
and
up.
listen,
we're gonna keep our neighborhood clean.
That's awesome.
And may God
back.
have mercy on you if one of my kids are there and you're taking pictures of us.
Ooh, yeah. That's,
Like, dude, I'm gonna hurt you, bro.
at that point.
Or you're gonna have to hurt me. But it's like, dude, come on, man. Like, don't do that crap. Like, that was
point being,
and then like I don't know. I saw people like I know retweeting it, and I'm like, don't do that crap. Don't do it.
Yeah, there has certain lines.
Yeah,
But,
I'm like, don't do that crap, man, because you're gonna get that kid hurt, man.
That's a safety.
I know.
Like the guy doing it might have just been he, but
yeah,
there's psychos out there. Like, on both fan bases.
Yeah.
Like,
Sure. God, yeah. No, that's not negated to one or the other. It's like, yeah, don't do that. Just
point being, do y'all realize they are taking away YouTube channels for saying things that aren't politically mainstream now?
Texas says Facebook is being sued because of the run into each other and thing happened. It was just odd. It was odd because it was like I've never seen her Instagram ever. And like the first day it was people you made
jokes about this stuff, y'all.
Oh, it's terrifying.
An official broadcast partner of the University of Louisville, WLCL Sellersburg.
See what the machines did there?
The
machines are like they're onto us.
Rise of the machine.
All right, second hour. We got Teddy versus Lamar debate.
Go ahead and play us out.
We heard from Big Sid yesterday.
Big Sid.
Man,
a few words.
Yep. Big Sid Vicious.
I'm about that action, boss.
Yeah. I was gonna say, we'll talk a little bit about that.
Sidney Curry is just about that action.
And a little more on this Wake Forest thing, man. Should be a fun, loaded up second hour too. I'm excited.
It's a beautiful day.
It is a beautiful freaking day, man.
Middays with Marques Maybin on 99 The Ville.
Lanning Paints is truly Louisville's hometown paint manufacturer. We create architectural coatings for homes and ship our industrial and commercial products across the United States and even across the world. I am Aaron Lanning, and I am lucky enough to work alongside my father, Nick, who is our chemist and brainchild for our local brand. He is working daily to formulate finishes and coatings that will beautify your interior walls, basement and garage floors, driveways, fences, siding, brick, and more. Visit lanningpaint.com to learn more about us or call us at 245-0630 to reach our Middletown location or 612-2138 for Dixie Highway, where we proudly offer a full array of Benjamin Moore products. Lanning Paints, painting the USA from Louisville, Kentucky since 1983.
GE Appliance Park is now hiring part-time positions with up to $1,500 hiring bonuses. Tuition assistance is available. Pick your shift, join our manufacturing production team, and be part over 100 years of American manufacturing. Apply today at makeitathepark.com or text GEA Park to 844-MY-APPLY. That's GEA Park to 844-692-7759. Make a difference. Make it at the park.
Miss anything for your favorite shows? Head over to the GE Appliances Podcast Center on ESPNLouisville.com.
This is Bob Valvano. As some of you know, I have stage 4 leukemia. Thanks to 2 new medications that are both less than 5 years old, my progress has been good and my prognosis is strong. Those medications only came about because of research funded from people like you. My late brother Jim said, I need your help. It may not save my life, but it may save someone you love. This research is doing just that. We created Kentuckiana Friends of V, a local 501 501c3 organization that works in close cooperation with the V Foundation to fund research and preventive initiatives locally, right here in the Kentuckiana area. Won't you consider helping us in that quest? Sign up for an event, volunteer, or just make a donation at kfov.org. You really do help save lives like mine. That's kfov.org.
Now that sports have officially kicked off, there's only 4 things missing from your playbook. 4 pegs. Looking for great smoked wings? 4 pegs. Looking for juicy barbecue and award-winning chili? 4 pegs. If you're just looking for some cold crab, tap, can, or bottled beer? 4 pegs. And the best part about 4 pegs is it's right around the corner at 1053 Goss Avenue in Germantown. So you better get over there fast because the word is spreading. And while you're over there, be sure to ask about their food truck and other catering services.
Here's what you missed on the Diener Show.
It actually is a really big game that doesn't have the feel of it at all, like a game week for
the brand names.
Yeah.
You know, I mean,
you're right.
Louisville is a better brand than Wake Forest, but it's not a national brand. And Wake Forest has been, you know, they've had some good teams, but they haven't been up there all the time. You know, it's a 30,000 plus seat stadium. You know, it's not like it's a great college football environment.
Weekday morning, 7 to 10 on 93.9 The Ville, ESPN 680 and 105.7.
Hey guys, Gronk here, calling a 30-second hair huddle. When it comes to tackling hair loss, Hims has you covered. From clinically proven regrowth treatments to thickening, shampoo, and conditioner. Just go to 4hims.com for a free consultation. Then a licensed medical provider can help you with your game plan. If prescribed, Hims ships directly to your door. Get your hair back in the game with Hims. Try today and get a 90-day money-back guarantee at 4hims.com.
Just go to 4hims.com/huddle. That's 4hims.com/HUDDLE. Restrictions apply. See website for full details and important safety information.
Louisville football looks for their 4th straight win tomorrow as the Cards travel to Wake Forest.
It's going to be Cunningham on the run, and he is in. Touchdown!
ESPN Louisville is your home for the most pre- and post-game coverage. Join Pat Jaggers and Taylor Lynch at 11 o'clock for the Miller Lite pregame show. Then directly following the game, it's the Miller Lite postgame show with Marques on all ESPN Louisville stations. If it's Louisville football, we talk about it here on ESPN Louisville.
Hi, I'm Steve Mercer. Join me on 93.9 The Ville or the ESPN Louisville app every Saturday morning from 8 to 9 a.m. to discuss outdoor living and gardening. Each week, we will be discussing how to create your outdoor living space and discuss all things involving gardening. Check out our website, www.prestongreenhouse.com, for more information.
Something on your mind? Hit us up on the UPS Jobs text line, 3831-939.
Because it's a beautiful day, you may forget from time to time, but it will not always be so beautiful. Sometimes it'll be a little too hot or a little too cold, but that'll be the time you're reminded that temperature control is one of the most valuable resources one person could have. And if you agree, then DFH Company is 100% the company for you. Simply dial 968-6222, or you can look them up online at dfhcompany.com. Look into the Mitsubishi Mini Split for that hard to heat, hard to cool room in your home. Again, 968-6222, or look them up online at dfhcompany.com.
Also, big shout out to Barano's, because today is, in fact, pizza day. And it's a day everybody around here is excited about.
Always.
Always. So, Thanks to George and Barano's team for dropping off lunch to the ESPN Louisville studios. Thinking of lunch or dinner, Barano's has you covered tonight, this weekend, for the big games. And it is a pretty big slate this weekend. There's a lot of games to watch. All Barano's now delivering alcohol. Carry out or delivery to your home. Support local. Yeah, it's that good Barano's pizza.
Pizza Day! Also, I want to remind you with a little more detail. The event, the Denny Crum Scholarship Silent Auction and Reception.
Can't wait.
Monday, October 4th at 6 p.m. at the PNC Club at Cardinal Stadium.
That's this Monday, right?
Indeed. Woo-hoo! Lots of auction items, y'all. Listen, all your man cave specialty items, like just for warm-ups, y'all. Like stuff, right?
And I will be participating.
We the premier items, which is everybody's interested in. The
all right, premier items. Right,
just listen to this, y'all. Dinner at Coach Crum's house.
What?
Dinner at Coach Mac's house. What? A 1-week stay at Coach's Idaho Resort.
Oh my gosh. Dude.
Not Idaho Crib. Not Idaho Pad.
Let's go.
At Coach's Idaho Resort. A weekend stay in Las Vegas.
Come on.
Sweet seats for Duke or Carolina basketball.
Like actual suites or just sweet seats?
Suites.
So like a suite, like W-S or S-U-I.
It might be suites with the seats, but we'll leave it at seats just to be safe.
Let's do that.
Because I don't want to over.
Or we just doing, yeah.
I don't want to over promise.
No, you probably get the set. You get a couple seats in the suite. So it's not like, man, those seats are sweet.
Sweet seats.
I got some sweet seats, man.
Sweet.
Like third row.
Sweet.
Either way, they're going to be awesome seats.
Yeah, either way, stop it. Look, and opportunity to network.
Texter said, I've been to the Idaho Crib. It's amazing.
Of course it is.
I bet.
Does he strike you as the kind of guy that doesn't have amazing facilities?
How mad's Coach Mac going to be when I win that dinner at his house? I'm like, let's talk, Chris.
You don't mind if I call you Chris, do you?
You don't mind if I put my feet up like this, here? Chris.
Go to all are listed at crum2021.givesmart.com.
Crum2021.givesmart.com.
GIVESMART. Crum2021.givesmart.com.
Come on. That's going to be, I am jacked for that event. That's going to be so fun. I do get to go still, right?
Of course you get to go.
Okay.
Steve, try and stop you.
I'm so pumped.
And you have to start, now you have to start doing that, walk in like I own the place kind of thing. Like, and you can start saying Jonathan Israel. You can start throwing around his name too.
Okay.
Just like,
fair enough.
Jonathan Israel.
Yeah. Hey, will somebody go get Jonathan Israel?
Yeah. And see how you did it with the two fingers?
Yeah.
Yeah. See, one one finger just
do
like,
as I say.
One finger looks like you're looking for somebody.
Yeah.
Two fingers means
no, I want him. Yeah.
Because it's like Darth Vader force moving with two fingers. Like, I'm
gonna walk in like this. Where's Jonathan? Where's John?
That's Kentucky thing.
I saw that ball in the air. I was like, that's getting dunked.
Right. Guaranteed. So I asked you, go ahead.
Okay. Well, I was gonna say, what do you got?
I asked you a quick hypothetical during the break.
Okay. Yeah.
The hypothetical led to a joke that's going to lead into our conversation.
Okay.
Because Nikki, I'm going to have to ask Nikki a question publicly too. I was going to ask him pre-show, but I'm going to wait to put him on the spot. So here's how we do this. We don't have to make this complicated, Steve.
Also, after the next break, let's tell people after the next break, you need to on the text line, get ready to call in, have your Team Teddy or Team Lamar. And listen, you don't
actually start that now.
I was gonna say I got the 2 video back.
Yeah, start that now.
All right, let's do Lamar first.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, start that now.
Okay.
Listen, because we're going to be hitting that conversation in about 7 minutes.
Oh, okay.
But first, we have to go through 2 steps, a 2-step process.
Okay. Okay, fair enough.
Step number 1, an awesome weekend would be a Wake Forest win.
Mm-hmm.
A Wake Forest win. Mm-hmm. And keep in mind, I know your answer, but you have to speak for the people along with your answer when I rehash this question to you. Awesome weekend would be go bust up. Listen, you got part 1 with Virginia beating Miami.
Okay.
Nice little warm up. You know, they're coming in feeling good. You know, nice credibility opponent. Okay. You beat Wake Forest. And then you watch Ole Miss beat Alabama.
Mm-hmm.
Then you watch Florida versus Kentucky.
Sure.
Right? Okay, now sometimes it's hard to have the perfect weekend, Steve. But I asked him this question, Nikki. I want you to know what he answered. I don't know if you heard him answer. You might have been working. I asked Steve, would he sacrifice Ole Miss beating Alabama as long as Kentucky gets to beat Florida?
I would, yeah. I would do that 1,000%. Totally take that trade. Why? Because look, I've always been my attitude with the rivalry has always been, you know, whether you like them or not, or respect them or not, you want them to be as good as possible. So when you beat their ass, it makes you look better. So I've never understood hating on a team when ultimately, if they succeed and then you surpass them, why would you do that? So if you root for Ole Miss to win, great. That loss doesn't look so bad. UK knocks off Florida, awesome. That means they're out of the title picture. So Ole Miss could still be in the college football playoff picture. So that means your one loss potentially of the year could be to a college football playoff team. Florida's gone. You knock off Kentucky, the giant killer. How you doing?
Steve, to watch Ole Miss upset Alabama, would you watch Kentucky dog walk the Florida Gators?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Yeah.
Listen, did the dog walk change it for you?
No.
Or just the 1 point win?
1 point win. No. No.
What is your response to Nikki's
no. That's nice. That is the way humanity should look at things.
You know why? Because Nikki can look at that and he can play by the numbers and all that good stuff, right?
Yeah.
But see, Nikki must not be surrounded with like the partying and celebration that you have to watch on a daily basis. Like Nikki didn't have to go through that Minnesota tournament loss surrounded by the opponents.
Yeah.
People cheering against you. He just doesn't, you can tell he has a life.
Sure.
Maybe he just has more of a life outside.
And it's very nice. Yeah, what he said. It really is.
But wouldn't that be great?
No, listen.
No, it wouldn't.
Listen,
be terrible.
What you said,
terrible
Nikki,
evening.
is you stated your position, you supported your position, and it's a rational position.
And you got
Can I add a caveat though?
Okay.
If whatever sports genie or whatever I've stumbled upon and we're doing this, all right, let's negotiate a bit here.
Okay.
Okay.
That's what this is.
Ole Miss sneaks past Alabama. Kentucky can dog walk UK, but I need U of L to take care of business and win by 2 scores against Wake Forest.
No.
Because I do think in the short term, the obnoxiousness of one fan base, and again, both sides, whatever. But UK knocks off Wake. They knock off Florida, and Louisville stumbles against Wake. Insufferable.
Yeah, but see here, you want to know what's more insufferable to me is listening to the media. Louisville beats Wake Forest. 6.5, 7 point spread on the road. Underdog on the road. Kentucky beats Florida at home. 8 point dog. 7.5, 8 point dog. all you're going to hear from the media locally is, yeah, Louisville, nice win, but man, that Kentucky win. Oh, Louisville, yeah, that was nice. What did they do? Wait for us. Yeah, that was nice. Oh, but this Kentucky win. Oh, Kentucky. Yeah, like
they're a top 10 team, and they've been a bugaboo for UK. I do think
there's
that
nothing you're going to say to change my mind.
It
on
would
this.
get washed over a little bit, but I'll be honest, that's the sexier matchup. It is. It is. It's top 10 against a hated rival. Now,
like you're talking to a brick wall.
I know.
There's
nothing's going to change my mind on this. Yeah. No, absolutely not.
What do you think most fan base
I think majorities with me. Yeah, on this. No. How about we just beat Wake Forest and then they get busted like the world's supposed to be? Yeah,
all is right with the
Jacob.
Okay.
Yeah.
So before we make our transition, I will take the phone call real quick. Jacob, thanks for joining us on 93.9. Fire away, my man. Jacob, you there?
I'm with Steve.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, start over, please.
Oh, I was just wanting to add on that I agree with Steve, and that that year we went like 2-10. I bet you they were having the time of their life, like winning, and then we're losing, winning, and then they kick our butt at the end of the year. Like,
right? Do you think they can't? Do you think they wanted us to be a good team so their win could look better at the end of the year?
They didn't care. They were enjoying it every step of the way. We were like a cigarette butt that just got put on the ground, and now they were rubbing their foot on it just to make sure it was really out all the way. And that's exactly what I want to have with them. Like, it takes effect on my personal health. I have to admit, like when they're enjoying themselves, I almost like lose years off my life. So I would kind of like it if it was the other way around, as bad as that is to say.
Listen, I will say this, and Jacob, I appreciate the call. As many years as I've lost with craziness, I got them all back with 9-16. I got years back on my life.
I did, yeah. Watching their basketball team just suck was a nice.
The sports guys literally said, Marcus, we took some years from you on some other things. You know what I'm saying? Here you go, young fella.
Yeah.
like I was 10 years younger after that. Okay, so you made a joke. If you got your, trifecta, if you got everything you wanted, you would almost worry. I won't say it, but you'd almost not want to watch the Teddy Lamar match.
Yeah, it's like something bad's gonna happen.
Yeah,
I don't know which one of you poor guys is gonna happen to, but something terrible is gonna happen. A meteor's gonna fall out of the sky on one of you.
One of y'all gonna have a 6 interception game or something.
It's gonna be terrible.
Lamar's back's messed up. I mean, so I mean, it's already maybe.
Yeah, I know. Like an arm falls off while he's running. So what happened? We don't know. It's like the most rare case we've ever seen. His arm fell off.
A Raven and a Bronco actually were undercut.
Yeah, it's gonna be horrific. I don't even want to watch that game at that point. I don't look and Ravens and Broncos fans won't even know why we're like this, but we're like, guys, something's fishy. Something's fishy.
Okay. 3831-939 is the text line. 383-1939 is the text line. It's Friday. You knew we were going to have some Team Lamar, Team Teddy conversation. I believe Steve is Mr. Team Teddy.
I am.
And Marcus is going to be Mr. Team Lamar. Now, I don't even know how this is going to be a fair conversation. It's obvious. I was given a so much of a better option to talk about than you were. That it's just I feel sorry for you. So
that's fair.
Everybody feel free to jump in. Hey, call in. Give me your Team Teddy or Team Lamar. 8150-939. We'll be glad to take your phone calls on this. 8150-939 or 3831-939. We're also on the YouTube channel, so I will read those out loud. Teddy's all right and everything, but let's let Nikki warm us up a little bit with Team Teddy.
Come on.
Oh, yeah, that was awesome. That was
Come on. That's right. You better start. Come on, Teddy.
That was awesome.
Yes.
Teddy Bridgewater.
Bridgewater finds the soft spot in the zone. Perfectly thrown to Davian Copeland for a first down.
You see where the helmet hit Bridgewater's helmet? Ooh. That's a good shot by John Bostic. Interesting.
Each one of these is like 2.5 minutes. So.
Showed his toughness on that last play, taking that shot from Bostic.
Bridgewater finds Devontae Parker. How about this throw and the body adjustment by Parker to make the grab, stay in bounds, and it's blowout city.
I'm feeling pretty good right now. Listen to
Vegas underdog, if you will, to
Man.
win a BCS game. Louisville becomes the first FBS team to score a touchdown within the first 15 seconds of each half over the last 10 seasons.
We want to begin today with the news out of Winter Park and the Vikings practice and the injury to quarterback Teddy Bridgewater.
Darn it.
This happened this afternoon during the team's normal practice in Winter Park in Eden Prairie. An ambulance had to take Bridgewater off the field and took him to the hospital. We have team coverage.
He's worked extremely hard to get to this point where he can get back out on the practice field. You know, we still don't know where it's going to go or, where that's going to lead to. But I think everybody feels good for him because they know what kind of kid he is and how hard he's worked.
The most important number in this game is the wins column. And we've been able to win 2 games back-to-back against tough opponents. The first 4 games we played this year have been against playoff teams. And we walk away from the stretch.
He got a shot, too.
You know, I could care less about the numbers.
And I believe him.
Means that Bridgewater's departure is imminent. Teddy Bridgewater, as much as the organization respects him, as much as the organization likes him, will not be back in New Orleans.
On 2nd and long, Bridgewater from a clean pocket. Leans back. Long wide open receiver Moore. He catches it and will score a touchdown. The long bomb to DJ.
I'm getting more and more comfortable every day that I get to come out here and practice, be around my teammates, learn this offense, learn more about this team. Every day is a great opportunity to better myself as a football player, better myself as a teammate, and help the ones around me become better players.
He means it.
Bridgewater from underneath. Pressure hit as he throws. Ball hot to the 5. Touchdown, Denver. 10 back.
In a while since 18 was here, man. See, with those little pep talks go a long way, huh? You know what I'm saying? We need that shit. We ain't had it in a minute. I love you, bro. Love you too.
Glad to have you back, brother.
Teddy Bridgewater. Theodore Bridgewater.
You know what Teddy did, man?
I'm listening.
Teddy warmed up the world for Lamar.
Yeah.
He warmed up the Louisville fan base.
I mean, listen, do you want to take my argument?
Go, no, I'm listening.
If you want it, you can have it.
I was overwhelmed with the emotion.
If you want Teddy Bridgewater, listen, here's my thing. Teddy Bridgewater came to Louisville at a time where Louisville needed something, maybe more so than they've ever have. After the Steve Kragthorpe era, the football gods delivered Teddy Bridgewater to the University of Louisville. It was a divine intervention on how Randy Shannon got fired, how Zach Mettenberger picked LSU for Teddy Bridgewater to fall to Charlie Strong. And that's okay. I'm going to admit that. To fall into Charlie Strong. That means that the sports gods married, predetermined, when they were putting together the annals of time in sports. They put Teddy and Louisville together, a match made in heaven. Teddy Bridgewater comes in, throws an interception on his first play, which probably talk about again. Yeah, it's with your guy. Comes in, throws a pick on his first play, wins the starting job by doing what? By going to Kentucky after Louisville had been on a 2-3 game losing streak to that team under Steve Kragthorpe. He goes into Commonwealth Stadium, wins that football game, a game that was huge at the time for Louisville. He wins the starting job and never looks back as he's got it. Teddy then goes on to do things that we will remember for the rest of our lives. You'll never forget where you were when Teddy Bridgewater come into Rutgers. We went to Rutgers. If we win, we're in the BCS for the second time in our history. We're going to the BCS. Teddy Bridgewater has a broken wrist. He's got a broken rib. We're like, he can't play. Will Stein's in the game. Will Stein is working his butt off and he's trying as hard as he can. But you look up and we're down 14-0, just like that. What do? Teddy Bridgewater goes to Charlie Strong and says, Coach, you're going to have to put me in. If you don't put me in, we're not going to win. Will Stein says, I agree with Teddy. You're going to have to give him a go. Teddy Bridgewater then makes some of the greatest throws in that game. The throw to Eli Rogers, I still say, is one of the best throws in Louisville football history in that game on 3rd and long, who Mark Blankenbaker, who's sitting right down the hallway, him and Crum's Revenge have an amazing behind the Teddy. It's like, or behind Eli when he catches it. He comes in, he wins that game. So much so, his offensive coordinator is in tears, cuddling him after the game, telling him how much he loves him. His team's telling him how much he loves him. He then goes to the Sugar Bowl, Marcus, against the number 3 team in America, who was 1 yard away from playing in the national championship game. Listen, Teddy comes out. They're headhunting Teddy. He gets hit, punched right in the mouth by John Bostic, gets right back up and proceeds to kick the Florida Gators' tail up and down the field like it's nothing. Goes on to win that game. He goes in the offseason and has reconstructive face surgery so he can communicate with his teammates and the media better. Changes the entire look of his face and jawline so he can communicate better with his team because he had a little bit of a lisp. He does that so he can be a better quarterback and a better teammate. He then goes into the NFL draft. He takes us to an 11-win season that year, capping it off with a beatdown of Miami again, Marcus, at a time when we needed it more than anything, because earlier in that day, we took a loss to Kentucky in Rupp Arena, and Teddy Bridgewater stepped up and never let us down. He never let us down ever. He goes in there and beats the crap out of Miami in a game that we'll always remember down in Orlando, Florida. He then goes on, he's overlooked in the draft. He gets picked up by the Minnesota Vikings, having a good career. The crowd is chanting his rookie year, Teddy, Teddy, Teddy. He gets put in the game, wins the starting job, never looks back, takes one of the most gruesome injuries in the history of football. Said men were crying, people were crying, fans were crying, coaches were crying, almost loses his leg. He'll never play again. Season's over. Teddy rides off into the sunset. That's how it's supposed to end, but that's not how it ended, Marcus. Teddy come back, sat on the bench, said, I'm going to get me a job. He gets him a job. He becomes the most beloved guy down in New Orleans. To this day, they still love him. He does his thing. When Drew Brees sets out for 6 games, they need Teddy Bridgewater. Teddy Bridgewater comes in the game, takes him to 4 or 5 wins straight, including my Dallas Cowboys. Teddy Bridgewater then gets a deal to go to Denver. He is now in Denver. He's 3-0. He's a starting quarterback. He's back to where he was. Von Miller, one of the most respected defensive players in the NFL, went to Teddy Bridgewater and said, Teddy, it hasn't been this way since Peyton Manning, man. We needed you. And then to cap it all off, there was a young boy in South Florida that was watching football growing up. He was going out back with his mama. He was playing a little football. She was putting on pads. She was hitting him. And you know who he was, Marcus? You know who he wanted to be? He just grew up wanting to be one guy. That little Lamar Jackson kid wanted to be Teddy Bridgewater. If you don't have Teddy Bridgewater, you don't have Lamar Jackson. Teddy Bridgewater should go down as maybe the greatest quarterback, greatest ambassador we've ever had here at the University of Louisville. And here's to you, Teddy.
Middays with Marques Maybin. Excuse me. Middays with Stephen Rummage on 93.9 The Ville.
Card Nation, this is attorney Alex White with SueDistractedDriver.com. Our law firm is a team of dedicated attorneys ready to fight for you. If you get injured because of someone else's negligence, their insurance company already has a legal team, and now so do you. If you or a friend or loved one are injured, find your attorney at SueDistractedDriver.com.
This is an advertisement.
With cooler temperatures approaching and who knows what the mask restrictions at gyms will be, having a home gym is more valuable than ever. At Fitness Market, they have everything you need to start or add to your home gym. I love the Precord treadmill I've had for years from Fitness Market. Plus, having a set of dumbbells and weights allows me to get a full cardio and strength workout right at home thanks to Fitness Market. Check out their expanded showroom on the corner of Plantside Drive and Waterston Trail. They've spent the past few years loading up on strength equipment equipment, dumbbells, kettlebells, weights, you name it. Plus, you'll find all the great brands like Spirit, Hoist, and Matrix, with Matrix's cardio equipment having all your favorite apps on their console. Everything from Facebook to YouTube to Hulu. And if you're shopping for an e-bike, Fitness Market is your e-bike headquarters with a huge selection to choose from. So go where our staff goes to find the best fitness equipment in town. Fitness Market, Westport Road just inside the Snyder, or the Superstore at Plantside Drive and Waterston Trail. Online, thefitnessmarket.com.
At Kroger, fresh groceries are our thing, so we check your delivery order for freshness at every step from farm to store and pick and pack every veggie in your free pickup order with care, because we treat your food the way we'd want ours to be treated. We're fresh every day, so shop anyway. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Free pickup on orders of $35 or more. Restrictions may apply.
We're hiring for immediate openings with next day pay, benefits, and great perks. Apply today at jobs.kroger.com.
Prescription products require an online consultation. Restrictions apply. See website for full details and important safety information.
My husband's ED was affecting our marriage. When he first started experiencing ED, it was difficult for both of us. We didn't know who to talk to about it or where to get help. HIMS was our answer. HIMS connected my husband with a licensed provider online. He was able to get medication to treat his ED at a fraction of the price people pay for the name brand. It was delivered to our door, and guess what? Our sex life is back. It works.
Right now, get your first online provider's visit totally free when you go to forhims.com/radio. Yep, free. No copay, no expensive appointments, and no awkward face-to-face conversations. Just the care you need.
Thanks to HIMS, we got our sex life and our marriage back.
To start your free online visit, go to this exclusive address, forhims.com/radio. That's forhims.com/radio for your free online visit. forhims.com/radio.
What's up, Louisville? Marshawn Ford here. While preparing for the 2021 season, I came across something that helped me up my cooking game on campus. Not only is it the gettins, but it's all natural, low sodium, has no sugar, no chemicals, or preservatives. It's no secret that when you eat good, you feel good. Dano's seasoning has set me up for a damn good season. Yum, yum, get your some. Check them out at danosseasoning.com.
The wait is over. Hot Wheels Monster Trucks Live. The thrilling family-friendly show returns with more trucks than ever before, including your favorite monster trucks, Bone Shaker, Demo Derby, V8 Bomber, Tiger Shark, and Race Ace. And don't miss the all-new monster truck, Mega Rex. Plus the monster truck that started it all, Bigfoot. And kids' seats are just $8. Restrictions and additional charges may apply. October 2nd at KFC Yum Center. Tickets available at Ticketmaster.com.
Your home for Liquor Barn's coverage of Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens is right here on ESPN Louisville.
5 wide. Jackson wants to throw. Has time. Fires to the end zone. He's got a man. Touch.
Hey, Marcus, you want me to come back with... Okay.
To take on Teddy Bridgewater and the Broncos. Coverage of the Louisville Quarterback Showdown begins at 3:55 with kickoff at 4:25 on 93.9 The Ville. Live play-by-play of Lamar and the Ravens is presented by Liquor Barn, where Kentuckians go to celebrate life.
This is Bob Valvano. As some of you know, I have stage 4 leukemia. Thanks to 2 new medications that are both less than 5 years old, my progress has been good and my prognosis is strong. Those medications only came about because of research funded from people like you. My late brother Jim said, I need your help. It may not save my life, but it may save someone you love. This research is doing just that. We created Kentuckiana Friends of V, a local 501c3 organization that works in close cooperation with the V Foundation to fund research and preventive initiatives locally, right here in the Kentuckiana area. Won't you consider helping us in that quest? Sign up for an event, volunteer, or just make a donation at kfov.org. You really do help save lives like mine. That's kfov.org.
Yeah, what's going on, Marcus? Steve, that was heartbreaking, man. That was very John Facenda, Steve Sable, NFL Films esque of you right there, man. I mean, how do you follow up to something like that, man? You audition for NFL Films, my guy?
Yeah, listen, man, I might have to, throw my name in there a little bit.
Yeah, that was a little beyond 30 for 30 right there, man.
Yeah.
That's classic level monologue right there, man. Thumbs up to you, buddy.
Yeah.
Thumbs up.
Well, I appreciate that,
But
man.
nah,
Thank
man,
you.
please continue to do things like that in the future. I haven't cried enough today. Thank you.
Appreciate that, man.
All right, guys. Have a good weekend, man. Have a good weekend.
Thank you. Thank you.
You as well, Dana. While Nikki's catching one other phone call, let me go ahead and get my sip of water because Nikki probably set me up.
Probably had a phenomenal little piece here for you. Yeah, thank you.
Well, since I guess nothing we can say after this is really going to matter, I guess take it away, Nikki.
Lamar Jackson.
Jackson, and action is on the way. That's exactly what I was going to say.
And Lamar Jackson pulled it and took off. Are you kidding me with this guy? Slows up for another touchdown. Lamar Jackson, you are ridiculous. This guy is something else right now. This is jaw-dropping to see what Lamar Jackson is doing. What a hurdle by Jackson! Highlight reel touchdown! Lamar Jackson does it again. And Lamar Jackson making magic. That's the type of play that this crowd has been looking for tonight. The score here, you're not...
And Jackson from the pocket flips it over the middle. Wide open for a touchdown is Jalen Smith. Jackson, look out. Makes a cut. Why not spin in for another touchdown? Unbelievable.
Butch and Mike.
Stage and made a strong early Heisman statement.
The winner is Lamar Jackson of University of Louisville.
I can see it in your eyes. I can see you a little bit upset, a little deterred, but guess
Mike.
I'm a Raven. It's on all year, every year. Yes, sir.
what could you have done differently that you could have gotten out of that room quicker and got drafted earlier in your career?
Nothing. I'm happy to be a Raven. It don't even matter.
Yesterday does not matter. You're looking forward to today.
I'm looking forward to being a Raven.
What are they getting?
Everything out of me. They're going to get a Super Bowl out of me. Believe that.
Yeah.
Believe that.
The wide receiver. He like, my mom, like, he can throw it all the way to the street. Mom, like, I told you. You like, okay. You know, but that's, anytime somebody tell me I can't do something, I'm going to do it. Like, I'm going to do it.
Cases, she feel my mind on what I did.
Lamar Jackson, red hot.
Their quarterback, maybe the best running back in the league.
You got to put extra tape on your ankles. 4th and 2. Takes a snap, runs to the right. He's got a seam. Touchdown, Jackson.
I'm different, bro.
The best season any quarterback has ever had. There's none like him in the world.
You inspire me, guys. And you see your MVP right here.
You might be asking yourselves, well, where are the other contenders? Here's the thing. For only the second time in history, there was just one person that this year everyone voted for. It was the same person. It's pretty incredible.
Yeah. 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 What the hell are we talking about?
The defense rests.
Jesus Christ. What are we doing? Are we feeding the children here? I mean, what is this? We saving the manatees here? boy, sabotage zone.
Yeah.
I'm at a loss for words.
Fair enough.
Let's just go to the phone lines.
Okay, fair enough. All right.
Butch, thanks for joining us on 93.9. Fire away.
What's up, fellas?
What's going on, man? Yeah, it's been a while. It's been a while. It's good to hear from you.
How's it going?
I'm well, man. I'm well. All my teams are well, too.
That's
Green
good.
Bay's back.
Yeah.
Hey, who y'all got in the game? Who y'all got in the game between everybody's talking about Lamar, but what about Teddy Bridgewater, too? Denver.
Yeah. Yeah. But you wasn't listening, was you?
I wasn't listening. I turned the radio off because I didn't want any static.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Okay.
But hey, one real quick thing though.
Okay.
Go Big Blue, baby.
Hey,
We're 5-0 after this week.
Fair
5-0,
enough.
baby.
Fair enough. No chance in hell. But fair enough. Fair enough.
Appreciate the call.
All right, y'all.
Why did Butch pop up out of nowhere?
I know. Yeah. You're like, oh, hey, there's Butch.
On October 1st,
I know.
Butch just pops up.
I know. Fair enough.
Mike, thanks for joining us on 93.9. Fire away.
Yo, Steve, how y'all doing, man?
What's going on?
Good.
What's up, man? Listen, first I got to preface my comments by saying, by far, are you and Steve the best personalities in the city? I mean, hands down. Radio personalities going right now.
Thank you.
Appreciate that, Mike.
So with that being said, Steve, I got a question for you, man.
Okay.
Who would you rather, and I got to stick around, I got one more follow-up question.
Okay.
But who would you rather succeed more, Xavier or Elijah?
Oh, I know. Oh, man. Elijah's got more of an upside. Or I'm sorry, Xavier's probably got more upside. Yeah, that's tough. It's a good point, though.
Yeah, man. I can't choose between them.
That's a good
I
point.
just wouldn't feel right in the pits of my soul.
Yeah.
Tool, of my own. I can't, so I want the game to end in the draw, a tie.
Yeah. That's fair, man.
Yeah, have a good one, man.
That's fair, man. I appreciate that. I think that's where most Louisville fans are settling tomorrow. You just want to see a great played game between two great Louisville Cardinals.
Yeah, but I'm going to call a little BS on everybody.
Okay.
Maybe just for my own family. I mean, you can love the hell out of both, but there is a favorite. I'm just saying. So,
there is a favorite.
You guys can take your PC and I know. I feel like I'm Teddy in this regard. I know I'm beloved. I know everyone likes me, but
I know
I ain't Lamar Jackson.
I know. It's like
what it is.
It's a weird scenario because I think we all love Teddy more. But I think Lamar's the one with the ability to take us further. So it's like
That's a good point.
It's like I like Teddy more. If you forced me to pick, one of these two can go on to win 5 Super Bowls. I'd probably pick Teddy. I think most Louisville fans would pick Teddy. But it's like Lamar's got the ability, and not that we don't not love Lamar, but it's like Lamar's got the ability to do that. Not sure Teddy does. And I think that's where it comes off as it's such a hard choice. That's why I think some Louisville fans would enjoy Teddy beating him. Because I think you would say, Lamar's going to be fine. like Lamar's going to be fine. He's got an MVP. Kid's going to win a Super Bowl when it's all said and done. He's one of the best quarterbacks in America. I mean, he's one of the best quarterbacks on planet Earth. To see Teddy get a piece of him, go and Teddy get that OG. Because like I said, at the end of the day, the biggest thing we're waiting on is the Jersey switch pitcher. That's going to be one you're going to see in man caves all over the city.
And Lamar's plight is almost bigger than us now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like he's out here fighting a different level of a fight. Does that make sense? Like Lamar and the switching positions and Deion Sanders asking him, what could you have done different? Made it a bigger fight than being about Louisville. It's
change.
It stopped being about reputation. It stopped being about Louisville branding. Lamar the fight that Lamar is taking up with the world, wearing our, coming from our home, it's like he's gone off to do bigger, better, greater things.
Sure.
Like when Lamar Jackson had to sit up at his biggest interview and be asked 20 different times about changing positions.
Yeah.
When he has he's at a special place where he has to hide how fast he really is.
Yeah.
In an interview. Like, could you imagine being in the biggest interview of your life and being able to type, 6,000 words a minute, just something unthinkable. But because there's no person at this job that can do what I do, but I'm so good. This is the job I want, but I know I'm so good at that skill. Y'all will try to move me into a different department and a job that I don't want just because I'm so good additionally at something. He couldn't even run a 40.
I know.
And again, like when you see his narratives and just his numbers, and with him a drop is he needs more touch, and his running is seen as, he's, here we are 4 years in, and the biggest issue is his hip hurts.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And there's nothing anybody can point to other than him cartwheeling in the end zone while he's 8 yards away from everybody else.
Sure.
See? Like that's always.
Yeah. It's fair.
So yeah, his fight is national.
Yeah.
Now. And we just have to let him go be great.
Can I have 1 minute?
Yes.
I need 1 minute, and it's a clip from one of my favorite shows, but I think this summarizes.
Okay. Let's do it.
I humbly place before you my East Meets West patented Traeger turkey burger, an Asian fusion burger made with Willow Farms organic turkey, Reggio cheese crisp, papaya chutney, black truffle aioli, and microgreens on a gluten-free brioche bun. Enjoy.
This taste is delicious as Beyonce smells. I'm guessing.
What is this in here? Saffron? Wow, somebody's got a sharp palate.
I love the umami flavor.
Stop being so pretentious, Kyle.
Sorry.
Here's mine. It's a hamburger made out of meat on a bun with nothing. Add ketchup if you want. I couldn't care less.
Ron, I'm so disappointed. I thought that you and I were going to have a real challenge.
Never mind, this is better. Way better.
Kyle?
Sorry, Andy. Ron's is better.
Damn it, Kyle. Oh my God, it's so much better. It's crazy.
I mean, I love Teddy. He is my spirit animal. I love Teddy, but I feel like that summarized the argument right there.
I think it's fair.
Fun
Good
week.
job, Nick.
Fun week. Fun weekend ahead. Go ahead and send us out the right way, Nikki. Enjoy it. Get out and watch the game.
Yes.
12 o'clock. Get out. Get to your favorite establishment. As always, 8150 93.9.
I'll be out.
Is always the number. 3831 93.9 is always the
Nick
text
will be
line.
out.
YouTube channel. Middays with Marques
Be at home.
Made for the Ville. Middays with Marques Maybin on 93.9 the Ville.